the next question is Alicia's 12. I cannot hear you, sexy.
Sorry,
Thank
mine
you.
didn't.
You're good.
Um, okay, so I'm gonna read 12. Um, Antonio rushed to Malia's side once April left the store. Why didn't he go after April instead of staying with Malia? Well, because he's in love with Malia. He might have some love for April,
Ding, ding,
but
ding, ding,
April
ding.
is right. April isn't Malia. So he wanted to make sure that that situation was taken care of and resolved first. That was more important to him than whatever he had going on with April.
Girl, baby.
April was okay with him cheating and whatever, so he pretty much felt like, "Yeah, I got her in the bag. I'll take care of that later." But no, we need to make sure you good, and it wasn't the right move. Um, but it showed. If anything, that should have just showed exactly, showed April everything she needed to know. This wedding don't need to go forward. His heart is elsewhere, sis. So
Mm.
yeah, that's why he rushed to Malia.
I definitely agree. What's the saying? He chose up. That's an old school term. He chose up. And didn't before in a previous chapter, it talked about how Antonio was scared to death to lose Malia, and he knew that if Malia knew who he truly was, then he would even lose her friendship, So Antonio has gone through a lot of concealing the other side of his life just to have Malia in his life. He's hidden so much, and who knows the great lengths he's had to go through to do that, just so he wouldn't lose Malia as a friend. So I definitely think we're seeing that other side of Antonio and that desperation that he feels to have Malia in his life in any way possible, and that's been put in jeopardy now.
Yeah. He clearly made a choice. His fiance is screaming, she's breaking vases, she's throwing shoes at people. She's frantic and she is in a state of panic, like, oh my God, I can't believe you did this to me. She's freaking out, and she's telling him the wedding's off. She's yelling and she's screaming and trying to attack people. And when she finally was like, hey, you guys can have each other, I'm done. Instead of him being like, girl, let's talk about this. He's like, okay, well, she's gone now. So Malia, he runs over to Malia, and starts talking to her. And she's like, you know what? This has gotten too out of hand. We effed up. You know what I'm saying? And now April's upset and your wedding may be called off. Like, we need to put some distance between us. I'm not going to ask you to make that tough decision. It be between me and your fiance. That's not fair, right? So I'm going to make the choice for us both. And I'm going to say, going forward, this relationship is over. I got love for you. You're always going to be my dog. However, we will not be kicking it. We will not be barbecuing. We will not be going to club sales. We won't be doing none of that because you need to work on that with her. And she's not comfortable with this relationship for clear reasons. And he was just like, I can't lose you. He's down there professing his love. He didn't grab her by the hands and he's placing her hands on his chest like, Malia, I can't lose you. And so you got Eva's like, girl, what in the hell are you folks into all this guiding light and all my children? Like, what is this? The Young and the Restless. Like, she was disgusted. She was like, get your out of here, Antonio. Like, Eva cussed him out. Get the F out the store. Go find your wife. I said leave. You know what I'm saying? So she was really upset about that situation, but it was crazy. It was really, really crazy that he would stay at the store and try to make sure that him and Malia were good versus him in April. It really clearly showed that he had made a decision that if I have to lose one of them, I'd rather it be April than Malia because Malia is truly who I want to be with. So him staying, he stayed where his loyalty was, and his loyalty was to Malia. It wasn't to April. So the next question is mine. Says, should Malia be worried about April coming for her? Absolutely. As we stated earlier, We talked a little bit about Eva, talking about her background, and she's come into this world and she's adapted very, very well. But don't get it twisted. My girl's still from the hood. You know what I'm saying? She still run up on a chick with a blade. So definitely Malia definitely needs to be watchful. If this woman feels like you are destroying her gravy train, that's what my dad's be like, and they on the gravy train. I'm like, what does that mean? But I guess it means like when things are going good and the gravy is rolling, like cash, right? If she sees Malia as somebody who's threatening her way of life, and she may have to go back to not necessarily even like the projects, but like just a regular house with regular money, right? Yeah, you're gonna have to watch your back, So I definitely feel like Malia would be a fool to not think that April might see her shopping and not run upon her like, you know what? You tore up my happy home. You know what I'm saying? You did this. You did that. So yeah, Malia should definitely watch her back. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, Malia, just go ahead and get you a restraining order. Go get you some brass knuckles. Go get you some mace. Go ahead and just grab a taser. I need you to wear tennis shoes from now on. Just, you got to stay ready. You cannot let your
Stay
guard
ready,
down
baby.
any moment in time. So, because it's happening, it's going down. It's all about when, okay? Because
At
April is ready for your A, okay?
some point. No, it's not if, it's when she sees us on site.
Right. I agree with both of y'all. Um, Malia, yeah, she definitely got to watch her back. I don't think April is for play play. April's
Mm-mm.
coming. Especially,
And she's
this is
yeah, and
this is her fiance and her
right.
baby
And
daddy.
she knows
They got a
Antonio's
kid.
lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
So if she
Mm-hmm.
knows this man's lifestyle, what kind of person are you to be okay with him being a drug dealer, moving weight and guns, and knowing that people are probably getting killed? And she don't know locations or name, but she knows what's going down. So it's like, what kind of person are you? So yeah, you about that life, sis.
And
You about it.
just how she's like a good fit for Antonio. He might be perfect for her.
Yeah.
She might have her little thing on the side, for all we know, or something else going on, or whatever. When she's like cheat respectfully or whatever. But they got this kid and they got this image that Antonio's trying to
Uh,
project. So,
perfect black family.
yeah, somebody just threw a wrench in that. You know, um, so Malia, yeah, get your mace,
Watch your back, baby.
watch your back, boo. She coming.
And it's right before the wedding too. Can you imagine all the wedding plans that have been made up
Mm,
until this point? Like that energy is different under April, man. She got some fire under her now. So
Hmm.
mm.
it's a different level of hurt right there.
Definitely.
Our next question is Eva was angry at both Antonio and Malia. Do you think she was right for speaking to them so harshly? I don't think it's a right or wrong thing. She felt how she felt, and she told her friends. They're practically family. They're so close. They've been friends for so long, and if Karina feels any type of way, even if she feels like it comes out harsh, I know she means it in love. It's not like, she's not coming at me crazy. So I think it's just a level of understanding, the who your friends are, because I mean, that was just the energy that Eva felt, and I don't think Malia is going to be like, oh, no, you don't, you don't talk to me. I mean, she's going to understand because that's her friend, so I don't think so, I mean, Karina, that girl, she can talk crazy, okay, and I just love it, and I'll be like, okay, and I know it's coming from a place of love, always.
I think I get it way harder than you. I get it way harder than you. Okay. She'll tell me stop being a bitch or I'll be
I never
like, no,
said
I don't
that.
want you to. No,
Oh, yeah,
some
you're right.
you
You're right.
may have.
Okay,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
right.
Especially if I get to talking about, the kids driving me crazy. It'd be like, yo, you better man up. Man, shut that stupid shit the fuck
Yeah.
up. Be like, okay, yes, ma'am.
Alicia, I remember when I was in the room working and the kids kept coming in. Karina's like, if you don't shut that door right now. Get up right now, shut the door. Like she'd be like, don't you let them come and disrespect you like that. And I'm like, okay.
She got mad at my daughter one time, and because my daughter kept interrupting the younger one, and she's just like, she says something, and she's like, she Karina was on speakerphone, so she's like, "Shut up, close the door. I love you." My daughter was so confused. She looked in it. She was like, "The fuck," because she knew it wasn't me, but I had it on speakerphone. So all of a sudden, the speaker is yelling because she said her name. She said, "Jael, shut up, close the door. I love you."
Oh
My daughter
yeah.
didn't know what to do. I was
I think it was important for the
she
children to
said, "I
know
love,"
that,
girl. She had to put that "I love you" on there, but she sounded so hard when she said it. "I
yeah.
love you." I was, I was like,
Inner New
but at
Yorker came
first,
out of me.
my daughter was so confused. She just was like, and she shut the door. She was,
I
she's
think
like,
it's
"Okay."
important for the kids to know that Auntie Karina loves them, even though sometimes I gotta get a little rah-rah. Like, your mama's in the middle of a conversation with your auntie and you talking. Shut your mouth and go sit down. I don't care if I am on the
Mhm.
phone. When I see you, I'm gonna roll you up. You know what I'm saying? Black Spoon is on the phone, baby.
She
We know
still
what it
owe
is. We know
Jalen a
what
beat
to do.
down. Jalen's always like, "But I ain't scared of her though." I'm like, "Yeah, you
Well, you don't
are."
have to be scared to get your leg broke. I mean, that's not a
Mhm.
requirement for being
Like,
broke down.
he says
I
that
never
just
had a problem with Jalen. He was always a really good kid. So,
he
and
was
like when I
terrible.
watched him,
Yeah, I was like, okay, you talking all that smack till you
I
see
don't
her
play
in
with kids.
person. Mm-hmm.
I don't play with kids, but I didn't have a problem with him. He was, he came over, he did his thing. He was very respectful little boy. So me and my nephew got along great. You know what I'm saying? Period. I love him, but yeah, you're
Mm-hmm.
gonna get told off a little bit. Do I think that, yeah, Eva might have come off as harsh, but I don't think it was, her trying to be disrespectful. She was really upset. And sometimes it's about accountability. Like, I know for me, if I'm out of pocket, somebody stop me, somebody say something. Like the people, especially the people that I trust. If you just some
Mm-hmm.
random person that I don't respect, like you can't say nothing to me, right? But when my girl stop and be like, "Girl, you tripping?" Woo, 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 woo," you know what I'm saying? I'm hearing that. You know what I'm saying? So I believe it was like Eva's all about accountability. She's like, "Now y'all know y'all out of pocket for this." So I think, with her talking to them in a harsh tone, it was a bad situation to be in because what you guys have done has now caused a firestorm for everybody else to have to contend with. Sarah's in the store looking crazy on the phone, spilling the tea to everybody. Girl, they found you fighting. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot that's happening now because of what you people have done. Now y'all put everybody. What's to say that, I mean, at some point, I mean, April was even pushing on Eva, like, and they going at it kind of like, what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna get
Mm-hmm.
pushed or get called any more bees. I know you mad and stuff, but babe, we about to have a
Mm-hmm.
problem too. You see what I'm saying? So now you get all these other people involved in the situation. It's like, emotions run high. So I understood why, like, Eva felt like she had to go in, but it wasn't just because like she didn't care about anybody. She was just really upset in that moment. So. And I go crazy on my girls too. And yeah, Alicia probably does get it like worse. Cause when she said you called me a bee, I was like, I've never called you. Oh, you're acting like a bee. Like you need to man up a little bit. Yeah. I'm like, oh, that's different. Like, what's up, bee? I was like, okay. Yeah, we have these
I do.
these
I get it pretty
conversations.
rough, but that's okay because she's a little
Because
sis. Because
Alicia, but the
anybody
thing
else,
is like you can take that. Because
I
because she
can't.
gives it to
Well,
me though too. Like
from you,
she can give it to
because
me. I'd be like,
somebody else could say something like that
girl,
and they get stumped out. But no,
girl,
she's baby
Alicia always
sis,
calls me
and
out.
it's all love, and I'll be like, all right, I'm gonna let her.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're a little rough
Mhm.
around the edges at times when we need to
Like,
boss up a little bit. Like,
that was a little
we need
harsh,
to boss
but
out.
um,
It's like Alicia, when she tells me that I'm being naive and I'm gonna end up in a trunk. Like, some people are like, oh my God. I'm like, no, but that's just real. Like we just we're honest with each other. Like this is not going to end the way you thought it was
yeah,
gonna end,
you
sis.
and Monica
Because
are both
that's
gonna be
what
tied up in the trunk somewhere, and I'll be like, see, I don't told both y'all. I don't tell both y'all.
I wouldn't have
Stop
been
the.
there.
Oh well, he put so much effort into getting to know me.
I wouldn't have been there.
you'd have been somewhere getting stopped.
Yeah, right.
He would have had
I'm
to
like,
find
no,
me first.
somebody will be in your bushes. Karina be in somebody's trunk. We trying to
Baby,
find her. Like, oh Lord, I ain't saying nothing gonna happen to me. I'm gonna have to get knocked out
whatever.
though. Please know, if I get kidnapped, I fought. I fought to the end.
Right.
I fought to the end. Um, But no, I believe that I didn't think she was too harsh at all. I think Eva was completely justified in everything that she said and did. Even having to get April in check for a minute, like, yo, okay, I get you mad, but you're not gonna be getting all rah rah with me now and push her out the store. Like, go get yourself together. Um, and yeah, like Karina said, you getting other people involved. Sarah probably got some type of PTSD. But who knows who she's telling? Rose City, everybody know everybody. So she on the phone, in a group chat, telling everybody, and she don't even have the whole story. All she has is, ooh, Malia must have did this, and now April's
Mhm.
up in here going wild, so Malia must have banged
Mhm.
Antonio, so she ain't got the whole story. So there's so many other people that get involved over, just straight foolishness. So Eva was completely
Right.
in the right
Right,
for what
justified.
happened on both of them. Yeah, and April, she did everything right in that situation.